Hi guys, I just wanted to create this little video to help you out with your Go formative that you're working on for hours of daylight. I think this might help you, especially if you weren't in class with our discussion today. So let's just look at some things here. The latitude here being shown is the equator. I'm going to take my picture off. You don't need to see me. You want to see the whole presentation. So we're looking at the equator here, which latitude is the um, measurement across from the equator going up and also from the equator going down. So here we are at the equator, which is 0 degrees latitude. Here we live in Ramsey, which is at about 41 degrees latitude north. You're going to be looking at some of these links. Hopefully, I'll show you today in class today that will help you with the Go formative. And this is what it looks like. So basically, it's just a line graph showing you the hours of daylight in a certain part of the world. So, whatever degree latitude you are, you can adjust it. If we put it at 41 degrees, this is 41 degrees south latitude. We can also see how it shows the amount of hours in, let's look at June. In the summer, in June, they have less daylight hours because that's their winter in the south. If I was to switch it to 41 degrees north, which is where we are, get it close, you will see that that is our summer, and we have the highest amount of daylight hours for us. So it's quite kind of the exact opposite when you're looking between north and south. So that's kind of how this works. You can also change the day by going like this here and check out during the year. So we move to December for our area, and that is where we have the least amount of daylight hours. If I go back to 41 degrees south, you will see that that is where they have the most amount of daylight hours. So when we're experiencing winter, they are experiencing summer. So this is what you'll be looking at, hopefully to help you with the Go formative. So these are some of the graphs you will be looking at that I put right in the Go formative. So here is the graph for equator daylight hours, and you'll notice that they have 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of night at the equator pretty much all year long. Then we look at what's called Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, which is just the label of these latitude marks, which are about 23 degrees north and 23 degrees south. So here is the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. So that's just what they're called. I know it's a funny name, but that's the graph for the daylight hours for Tropic of Cancer in the Northern Hemisphere. And then you'll also be looking at this one for our latitude in the Northern Hemisphere. So daylight hours. So hopefully this will help you understand what these graphs are. They're simply a line graph showing the daylight hours during a certain time of year. So in Ramsey, let's use somewhere in August, the amount of daylight hours in August are pretty high, right? So in June, July, remember I said that's the most amount of daylight hours in a day. It doesn't get dark till almost 8:30, 9 o'clock during the summer months. And then they start to go down. And in the winter, it gets dark by like 4 o'clock because the amount of daylight hours is the least during that time. Hopefully, this will help you with the Go formative. You can view it at any time, pause it, and also, of course, that link will be available for that website to play around. Okay? I will see you in class.